Right. In this episode, we have Miss CreAshia Green from the class of 2019. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
It's always good to see you. Always good to hear from you. Uh, so we'll go ahead and get moving on it. All right. So why'd you pick early college?
I picked early college. At the time, it was more of like my mom's decision, but after some thoughts, I wanted to be ahead somewhat because I felt like at that time, the programs that early college offers with you to be able to get your associate's degree while you're in high school. It's not something that's very common in South Carolina at all. So I just decided that would be a great opportunity for me, for me to put my foot in whatever door I wanted to career wise. So that was my main reason of joining early college.
So opportunity. I like that.
Hmm.
All right. So you get into early college and you're pre-pandemic. So that's
Yeah.
exciting. Uh, and you go through Bridge Week.
Hmm.
What was your Bridge Week like?
My retreat was fun. It was all about getting to meet everybody in our class. My most favorite one was like the brain breaks or whatever that we used to do, the icebreakers. I mean, yeah, where we would get to know more about people, and during those icebreakers, you really realize like, okay, I have more in common with these people than I really thought. And the cool thing about it is we are all from different areas. You have some people from Conway, some people from Surfside and crazy all that great stuff. So it's a great way to bring everybody together to get ready for the journey that we were on for 4 years. So it was a great opportunity.
Perfect. All right, so you mentioned, you got people from all over the county. Everybody's coming together. Bridge Week is kind of this low pressure thing, just
Hmm.
hanging out, getting to know people. Then you move into freshman year,
Hmm.
and then you find out that our classes might be kind of hard.
Yes.
What resources do you remember being most helpful for you as you navigated that freshman year?
For me, I took advantage of my Avid. I took advantage of Avid, because that is what really got me through as far as like Cornell notes. That really helped out with being able to study in an effective way and learning how to schedule. Us having the agenda really helped out because it taught you how to schedule yourself, and so you don't be overwhelmed with the amount of work. Because it's as even though we at early college get the work that we get and the classes are a little bit more difficult than your average class, as long as you have some type of structure, which you guys provided us with Avid, it really works out for you and it really evens itself out for you. So that was my best advantage was Avid, and don't be scared to ask questions. Speak up if you don't understand something, because in the words of Mr. Servo, fake it till you make it, but you got to push through. That's all I can tell you.
I love that. That's great. Uh,
Yeah.
and so freshman year, you got through it pretty
Hmm.
successfully. You move into sophomore year. Um, we end up meeting. And do you know what I actually remember first about you?
What?
You did really well on the first test,
Hmm.
and you actually got up excited about how you did.
Yes.
And that's the first time that had ever happened. And it may have been the last time that ever happened. But I love that because that's what you're working for, right? Like, if we
Hmm.
could all celebrate our victories like that, that would be awesome. Uh,
Right.
I've always appreciated that about you. Uh,
Hmm.
because enthusiasm carries you, attitude carries
Yes.
you. Uh,
Yes.
so you get into sophomore year, some of your classes are getting a little bit harder. You're starting to go to tech classes too.
Yeah.
How do you go about finding a balance?
Um, so for me, this is where your agenda comes in very, 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 it's gonna be your best friend. For me, with my agenda, I literally had to break down from beginning to end. Okay, I have this class, this class, this class, I have this assignment, this assignment, this assignment. And so not to overwhelm myself, I will always make sure I knew when the due dates were. And I would try to just break it down little by little, day by day, and still in that structure of having a schedule, still breaking up a time to schedule me studying, because I used to rewrite your notes twice. That's how I studied. That's the only reason why I passed that test the way I did, because I rewrote my notes twice, and that really helped me out a lot. So in the thing about when you start getting the college classes, you guys feed them into us real. You start off slow and then we build up. And I say take advantage of that. Take advantage of getting used to the campus. Take advantage of getting used to the different professors you're going to have, because they're not going to treat you like you're a high schooler. They're going to teach you like you're a college student. So you have to be responsible enough to remember due dates, assignments, and everything. And that's why I say it's really, really important that just use that agenda to your best ability and stay on top of your assignments and things, so you don't get behind it and you don't become overwhelmed. And that's just the best advice I can give on that part.
And I love it. It's good
Yeah.
stuff. Organization goes so far,
Yes, it does.
as we all know, especially as adults, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you start taking those college classes, you're taking more college classes, they're getting harder, but you're using your resources wisely. Uh,
Right.
how did junior Avid and senior Avid kind of change from what you saw in freshman and sophomore Avid?
So in junior Avid, um, it was a little bit different because we started really looking at different programs that would well we started looking at more of our career. It's more career driven, right? So you're looking at, okay, what programs does tech offer? You're looking at what course do you really want to go through in life, whether you go to a 4 year or you go back to a 2 year and things like that. On top of that, you're still using your skills with Cornell notes and how to study effectively with different questionings and all that great stuff. So for me, in senior year, it was kind of like we started thinking about more of the real world, like how to budget, how to, we learned all that in your class too. You start doing more real world things. They prepare you, they help you make a plan and 10-year plans and things like that. So when you get into your junior year, senior year, it's more of preparing you for the real world, because once you get out there, it is real. So you take what you've learned and really apply it, because it really, really, really does help out.
Like it's
Mm.
real fast.
Real, real fast. Yes.
So when you were here, what did you major in at Sac?
I had majored in just the basic associates of arts. And let me say this. I want every student that is going to early college now, take a look into what programs tech offers. Because if I would have really took a look into the programs that they offer instead of just getting my associates, but there's nothing wrong with getting your associates, right? Um, could have already had my paralegal certification and my associates. I could have been in my career already. Could have had so much information and weight under my belt already. Because at first I just like, oh, I want to be this and I want to do that, but my heart has always been with law. And I just didn't know where I fit in that. And now where I work and what I do now is my career. I love it, and I wish I would have just went ahead and got my paralegal stuff then. So take advantage, look at the programs that they offer. Just it's really good. It's a really good school. I love early college, so I'm
Well,
always advocate for you guys. So yeah.
thank you. Thank
Mm-hmm.
you very much. Yeah, I've always wondered, like, why don't we have more people taking advantage of the paralegal program here?
Yes, it's
Um,
so
the
good.
the pay for paralegals fantastic, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and potentially not owing very much or not owing any.
Yes.
That's
You
like
wouldn't have no
on me
student
up,
loans and things to worry about.
on
And
me up.
yes. So that's the main thing for me. Because even though at first I thought, I wanted to be a psychologist, so that's why I went the 2 year route. Once I really found my calling, and this is why early college is so good, because it gives you that time instead of you later on in life like trying to figure out your calling, which is nothing wrong if you find one calling and it's not your fit and you find another fit. But take that time while you're in early college to really think about the career that you really, really want to do, and then look at different occupations within that field. Because there might be a program at Tech that's right there for you that you can jump right into as soon as you graduate. So yeah.
Great advice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you finish up the 2 year.
Mm-hmm.
You have the associates. You walk across the stage at Tech. A few
Yes.
weeks later, you walk across the stage with early college.
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
So I had went to Coastal Carolina. And this is again a good part about Avid because we were applying for colleges in Avid. And especially in your senior year, we take advantage of the days where their application fees are free. So we applied. I went to Coastal for 2 years, but then COVID happened. So then I had to take a break. And then I moved to North Carolina. Life changed for me, and then I got introduced to where I work now. I work at a personal injury firm. It's pretty well known in North Carolina. And right now I'm a legal assistant, but I'm back in school to get my paralegal certification and my associates, so that I can grow, and really be in my field because I love what I do. I enjoy what I do because especially if you're someone who loves to help people, look around. You don't have to just become a social worker. You don't have to just become a psychologist or a teacher. There's other realms for you. And I just love it. I really do. Um, yeah, that's it, really.
So
Just career driven right now.
where in North Carolina are you?
I'm in Greenville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My wife went to college in Greenville, North
Oh,
Carolina.
at ECU?
Yep, she
That's
did.
so cool.
That is cool.
Hmm.
Uh, Last two questions, and I'll give you both questions. And you kind of already hit on some of those. So if you
Okay.
want to reuse your stuff, you can. If you want to come back at me with brand new stuff, you can too. First question, what advice do you give the eighth grader who's about to become a ninth grader? Because in about 3 weeks, we're mailing acceptance letters.
Mm-hmm.
What advice do you give that eighth grader? Now you got to think way back to when you were
Ooh.
eight. So just think
Um,
about it, and we'll give you some think time. Question number two is going to be what advice do you give the senior who's 2 months away from graduating?
okay. So my advice to the eighth graders would be do not be afraid to explore. Because my biggest fear was, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be away from all my friends and I'm not gonna see them at my base school anymore. And when you get to early college, you because our classes is only like what 100 students, you're gonna build new friendships, new relationships, new families, all that. And then on top of that, if you're somebody who's going to early college and you're really considering in the eighth grade, you're already a step ahead. You're already thinking about what do you want to do long term. So just again, really look at what are you wanting to do and take that step, um and take that step of faith and just go and do it. For the seniors, don't give up. Things are going to change when you get out of early college. Your college, you have to be responsible, have self-awareness. I'm gonna tell you right now, the 8 a.m.s in college is not the same 8 a.m. in high school. So do not set yourself up for failure. I learned that the hard way. um just explore, have a great time in college, but stay focused, stay driven. Even when it's getting hard and tough, stay driven because you did not start this journey for no reason. You are determined and you are made for whatever is going to come to you. So definitely just stay focused and stay positive and surround yourself around good people because life is going to start lifing. Life is going to start turning and making some changes and things. So definitely just stick with your program, stick with what you want to know. And if you are ready for change, accept that change and stick with it and do it full out. If you're going to do something, do it full out, do it with urgency. Don't slack on it. Don't procrastinate because procrastination will be your biggest downfall. So just try to push and stay as focused as you can. That'd be my advice for the seniors, because when I got to college, yeah, that was an interesting experience, but I'm glad I went through it though.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
all about opportunity and experience and learning from those experiences.
Right.
No better advice. Well,
Hmm.
CreAshia Green, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too, Mr. Chappell. I
We
just
got
want y'all to know Mr. Chappell was my fave, y'all. So y'all better be treating him right.
we got to talk more often, and we will.
Yes.
But it's good to see you as always. Thank you for joining us. Have a good
No
one.
problem. You too. Bye, Mr. Chappell.
Bye.